simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Split backs here. Quick toss to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfectly.
Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And, when we talk about great third-down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, let's chat a little big picture on it. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave him a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you're going to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires left. He makes the catch. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Cobb. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They'll give it to the back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Moves around to clear up the vision. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. 1st down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Pulls and throws up the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Brown has it. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Let's talk about Alabama. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, Hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Russell. He's got the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. The screen, he can go. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this running back is so dangerous getting close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
High crowd, rolling noise, down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that
dust, and he was going to the house. The sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his man. It's Hutchinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The give to the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught in the backfield. It's Cobb. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
A shot toward the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play.
All right, let's get it. Quick.
From the gun, the running back has it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy is going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical champion.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, and 2nd down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful through the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job. All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
On the run, deep down the right side. And he's going to score. Touchdown time.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the ground, it's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got a man. It's Cobb. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Behind crowd, roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. A safe call, a wide receiver screen. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is in the air. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots Fights his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Now improvising. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's popped. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Back to pass, it's Stone. Makes the catch, it's Hutchinson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hutchinson. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Running behind that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Black 14! Black 14!
They're going to ride this running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Stone. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think at this point in the game now, in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I know you can play play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to Brown. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Hutchison. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Going for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point splits the upright. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is made in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn.